Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This needs a little bit more. I don't like very much. Raise this one. Raise this one. هيدا اللي يحطوا لك بوشك بيه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله على نعمه وعلى فضله وعلى كرمه، والصلاة والسلام على سيد البشر سيدنا ونبينا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام. All respected brothers and sisters, respected sons and daughters, I have the great honor and pleasure that I have been invited by our host, Mr. Salman Yunus, that I appreciated a lot, and we have to pray for him, inshallah. Allah give him happiness in dunya and akhirah. He is generous because generosity is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah huwa al-Kareem, Akramul Kurama. From that manifestation of that beautiful name, Allah gives people in their heart generosity to help and to support the cause of Allah, which is in many different ways. Building schools, building hospitals, looking after orphans, helping da'wah causes, helping mosques, whatever. And I don't know from where to begin, but before I begin, I would like to mention you something very small that happened to me recently. We are in a very modern country, Malaysia, and very hospitable country. And every year I'm coming here. 2 years ago, my Shaykh, may Allah give him long life, that he spread his teachings east and west. And he told me that I like you to go to Africa, the Middle West Africa and East Africa. South Africa we went long time ago. And I was thinking what I'm going to do in Africa. I was wondering, I have too many things to do, and this another order comes on top. And when the Shaykh says something, there is wisdom in it. And when the Shaykh gives order, the ego will try to encounter it and break it. If you do something from yourself, this is an ego selfishness, complexity of a human nature that makes you like to do it because your ego wants to do it. But when it comes an order from the masters or mashayikh that they're ordering you something to do, you will find tons of excuses not to do it. It's very difficult to say someone, do this. And that's why in time of Grand Shaykh, may Allah bless his soul, Shaykh Salman, he used to say, he has a lot of followers, but he used to say, I have 2 students, lot of followers, but 2 students. One is, this is, I'm quoting him the way he put it, Nazim Afandi, Hussein Afandi, means who is Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, and Mawlana Shaykh Hussein, who another one passed away 1 year ago. Because he said, I can give them order, they accept, they don't give excuses. The followers, I have many, but if they give order, they cannot fulfill it. Especially when an order for help, it's so heavy on people who they have billions and piling it up. It's very heavy, but when I say to these 2, give, they give everything they have. An example. So he said to me, I'd like you to go to Africa and take these pictures and find me this man, this sheikh. I am interested in that one. I said, my sheikh, how you got these pictures? He said, I don't know, don't ask me. They were on my desk table. Someone, they passed it to me. Find it. So you know the ego works a lot. So I gave the pictures to someone who lives in Ghana to look for that sheikh. Where you are going to find a ring in a desert. It's impossible. So, because I didn't want to go, I'm postponing. So, he came after 6 months, he said, I didn't find him. We went every mosque. No, we cannot find him. No such person existing. Went back to Mawlana Shaykh, and he said, did you go to Ghana? I said, Mawlana, not yet. He said, I told you to go. I said, inshallah, I will go. What about the Shaykh? Mawlana, he doesn't exist. He said, are you sure? I said, this is what they told me. He said, look for it. I went back America, and then I flew to Ghana. The whole Chief Imam and the whole Majlis al-Ulama, the ulama of Ghana, came to meet me at the airport. I didn't see that sheikh there. I landed in Ghana for like 6-7 hours. They came, received me in VIP room. And I flew to Ivory Coast. I spent 6 days. I came back to Ghana, coming at the immigration, passing the immigration, going to the car, and I saw that one in the picture standing in front of me. He came to me, hugged me. And he said, how is Shaykh Nazim? I was surprised. I said, we were looking for you everywhere. We didn't find you. How you came here? He said, I saw Shaykh Nazim in green telling me, go. My son-in-law is coming, welcome. So I came. He came on the same time of me going out. How he knew the time? You were there. He invited me to his mosque. So I went. Next day, we did like this. And then he said, I want you to come with me I want to show you my school. We went in no roads. It's only alleys. And in the middle of the alley, a small ditch all the way between the houses until reaching the school. The sewage is open. You can see everything. You can smell everything. You can see the worms inside swimming. And all these animals, they're dangerous, swimming in that water. We reached the school. A stable is better than that school. Very primitive school made out of cane, asad mas, sugar cane, and roof tin, and dividing classes, like 10 classes, from 1st to 10th. Boys and girls separated. I look at the blackboard, all the classes is Islamic studies. 250 students, all orphans. No father, no mother. He is teaching them and sponsoring them. Clothes, you burn these clothes. You are feeling shy to give it to someone. That kind of clothes they are wearing. That kind of life they are living. They are very happy to eat. I asked them, what do you eat at lunch to the students, to the orphans? He said, we have rice. Rice, and they put sauce on it. Meat, they don't see it. They don't know what is meat. Vegetables, very rare. Then he took me to his room and he said to me, since I am 14 years of age, I am seeing that Shaykh in my dream, a Naqshbandi Shaykh of the Naqshbandi Sufi order, telling me, you are mine. And from that time, he is coming to me in dreams, giving me awrad, guiding me, directing me. Until I grew up, and I never saw him except in dreams. Until recently, when someone from our friends had a computer and showing me pictures, I saw Shaykh Nazim is that person that I am coming to me in my dream. And since 14, I took bay'ah with him in the dream. And now he is 75. It means Mawlana gave him bay'ah when he was very young. It means this is a spiritual relationship. So I took the phone, I called Mawlana Shaykh. I said, Mawlana, I found your man. He was so happy. He said, renew for him the bay'ah on my behalf. And we renew the bay'ah for that person. So I brought that issue in order to say that there are men today, they exist, but you need to find them. Like our host, he is generous. And generosity has no limits. Because generosity keeps going. He flooded me last year with generosity. I am gratitude, grateful to him. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and support you, because these things goes to right causes. Now let's go back to Allah's generosity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no limits. He is the creator of generosity. And I will quote hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he asked his Sahaba, and we have a scholar here. I'm not a scholar, I am not even ant. He said to his Sahaba, Man al-Muflis, who is the poor, or who is the no money, who is Muflis, who is the bankrupted? قالوا من لا مال له يا رسول الله, the one that has no money. And Prophet ﷺ said, no, لا, من لا عمل له, the one that has no amal. They said, Ya Rasulullah, وَإِنْ صَامَ وَإِنْ صَلَّى. He said, وَإِنْ صَامَ وَإِنْ صَلَّى. They said, Ya Rasulullah, even he prays and fasts. He said, even he prays and fasts, has no amal. That's dangerous. This is Bukhari and Muslim. When you read that hadith, you'll be frightened. I was thinking when I'm sitting here, what Mawlana will send to speak. So I brought Grand Sheikh's notebook. But he directed me to speak about this issue. When I would explain that what Prophet ﷺ asked, who is the bankrupted? Everyone knows the bankrupted is the one that has no wealth. Immediately their minds went to money. Because this is our nature. Who is the poor? No money. Because we are thinking only dunya, we are not thinking akhirah. When we think akhirah, the meaning changes. So what Prophet meant, he doesn't have importance for this dunya. It doesn't mean to him anything. What means to him is akhirah, where he will be in the divine presence, where he will be under this manifestation of beautiful names and attributes, where he will be able to see what cannot be seen. And if we take Imam Mutawalli Sha'rawi, what he said, and Imam Nawawi even, on the sharh of hadith of Mi'raj of Sahih Muslim, he said that Prophet ﷺ saw in Mi'raj, Laylatul Mi'raj, he saw his Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the eyes of his forehead. Mutawalli Sha'rawi explained that in detail in a small book. So it means Prophet wants to see and wants his ummah, all his ummah, to see what he saw and to be with him So he's telling us who is the poor. To understand that poverty is not money. Today people are running for money. But there are people who are Allah giving them wealth and giving them piety and sincerity. There are many. They work for akhirah and dunya. What's the meaning of Allah said in Holy Quran? رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. What's Doctor? Professor? You speak Arabic. What's the meaning? رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً. Give us in dunya al-khayr al-kathir. Khayr al-kathir means give us happiness, wealth, and give us piety and sincerity. And in akhirah the same. But awliyaullah, they add on that. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة. حسنة. One حسنة. He didn't say ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنات. There's meaning here. He said حسنة. A particular one. وفي الآخرة حسنة. في الآخرة there is an infinite number of حسنات. So why حسنة? It's amazing. But when you deeply look into it, then you can, one meaning and wisdom comes that who is the hasana for a human being? Who is al-Qasim? Who is al-Mahi, as he mentioned in the hadith? Who is Yaltaha wa Yasin? So, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنًا. And Ya Allah, give us in dunya Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That is the hasana. Awliyaullah, that's what they want. Their goal is to be with Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. To be in every moment. That is the biggest hasana that Allah gives them. To give them His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the presence of His Prophet. Then someone come in the streets in Arab countries, got no money, raise his hand, what should he say? Hasana, hasana fi sabilillah, hasana. No? Give us hasana in the way of Allah, asking the rich people. Or those who are driving cars and they don't give 1 penny. And their cars, they have a convoy of cars. Hasana means what Allah likes. So what Allah likes? More than Prophet, what Allah likes? His beloved one. He's the chosen one. He's the one that He raised His name with His name. He raised him to Qaba Qawsayni aw Adna. ثم دنا فتدلى فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى. I don't, whatever the others wants to say about the meaning of that he saw Sayyidina Jibreel, it's okay. But for us, he reached قاب قوسين أو أدنى. A قاب قوسين in Arabic, what you translate? How you translate in English? Two bows of an arrow? قاب قوسين. Kaus, what do you call that? Arrows. He's not bigger than that. Means he was so near, but he didn't say Qaba Qawsaini and stopped. He said Aw Adna, or more or less. How much more or less? This much? Or this much? Or this much? Allah knows best. So means Prophet ﷺ to reach a place, don't want to say place, but reach the divine presence where no one was able to reach, so near. As it is mentioned in Holy Quran, because this issue you cannot use words that we have to be very careful. This is the Aqidah. So, a very, very nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So means he is the Hasan. So means Ya Rabbi, a wali, when he looks in the meaning of that verse, Ya Rabbi, give me to be near that one who is the exemplified, the exemplar of these hasanat. Hasanat are infinite numbers of hasanat Allah gives in the personality of Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Salatu wassalamu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah ya rahmatan lil alameen. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya shafi'a al-muznibin. وفي الآخرة حسنة. Give us in آخرة حسنة. What is the best حسنة in آخرة? Of course, to be with Prophet. To be with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best حسنة. So many Muflis then who will be far from being with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, but Prophet said, "Man la amal lah," means if you want to be far from me, you have no amal. How you have no amal and you are praying and fasting? Because the one who praying in his prayer, he is saying Shahada. The 5 pillars of Islam are within that. Saying Shahada, fasting, not eating, not drinking, giving zakat on his prayer. When he is praying, he's not doing any work. He's stopping from making money or anything because he's giving his time to Allah. He is facing Kaaba. Like when you go to Hajj, you go to Ka'batullah to make your tawaf and pray there looking at Kaaba. So these 5 pillars of Islam are within the Salat. But Prophet said, even if he fasts and pray, he has no amal. Why? No, Shaykh. Now I know you know. Why he has no amal? Because he lost his amal. You pray from here and do something wrong from there. And what is the worst you do? The right of people. Allah is right. If you make a mistake, a sin, you repent, you will be forgiven. It's not? قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. Say Ya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to them that, oh my servant, don't lose hope from Allah mercy. Allah will forgive all sins. Okay, we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is belong to him, he is merciful. But when it belongs to his servant, between servant to servant, then that is wrong. That is this disaster. Because then in the day of judgment you are going to ask the forgiveness of your brother whom you have backbited. Allah will not forgive anyone who backbite, who make fitna, who make ghiba. He is going to appear and Allah is going to take his right from that one who oppressed him. That's why in the day of judgment, Allah will bring these two in front of him, that they are having oppressor and oppressed. He take from the oppressor, hasanat, give the oppressed. Al-zalim wal-mazlum. And he say to the mazlum, the oppressed, are you satisfied? He say, no, Ya Rabbi, I want more. Not enough. Takes more and give to the oppressed. Until finally that oppressor has nothing. It's finished. And he asks the oppressed, are you satisfied now? He has nothing. He has nothing. It's finished. He says, no, Ya Rabbi, I'm not satisfied yet. He did big damage to me. My life, my reputation, my family, my honor, my everything. He did his worst to me and never apologized openly. The one who apologized first is the one who is winner. Even he is executing an order, hidden order from the Shaykh. I didn't go into that discussion. We are coming through these days, we can explain. The one who apologizes, even you are not mistaken, and what you said the truth, the whole truth, the complete truth, the full truth, but to show him better humbleness, you say, oh, I apologize. Because you don't want to listen, what you can do, you apologize. You happy with that? Go happy with that. No problem. But what is the benefit? Day of judgment. The day of judgment. I don't want my right in dunya, I want it in akhirah. People don't want, a Muslim doesn't want his right in dunya. He say, Ya Rabbi, I want it in akhirah, the oppressed one. Too many people are oppressed around the dunya. So the oppressor finished, has no more amal, everything been given to the oppressed. What will happen? He say, Ya Rabbi, I'm not satisfied. He take them from the oppressed. He take his sayyat, put on the one who is oppressed. Until that one oppressed, all his sayyat are cleared. Send him to paradise. And then Allah judge the oppressor. Prophet ﷺ said, don't lose your amal. What Allah judge the oppressor, it's for Allah. Allah might, not might, we will forgive him, of course. But that is we have to follow what Prophet ﷺ mentioned in the hadith, in this particular. So, why we want to lose our amal by backbiting or making a fitna? For what that fitna? I can say the fitna, Shaykh? No need. Fitna never ends. It eats the amal. So keep nice. Then you'll be safe. This is the meaning of that hadith. But awliya, they have more wisdom, more meanings. Man in Muflis, let's go down the beginning. Man in Muflis that has man la malala. The Muflis is the one that has no wealth. What is the wealth, the meaning of wealth? to Allah and His Prophet? Dunya or Akhirah? Akhirah. What is the wealth that you are losing in dunya when Prophet ﷺ said, no, the one that is poor is not only the wealth that has no amal. What kind of amal now? When Salah, you pray and you fast. Okay, what will happen at the end if you pray and fast? You go to paradise. Man qala la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah. You go to paradise. But how many paradises there are? Infinite number of paradises. Go to first one, no problem. Go second, go third, go fourth. In every paradise that we know, 7 paradises, in every paradise there are infinite number of paradises. If we say Allah has 7 paradises, we are astaghfirullah, we are saying, oh, Allah is poor. Hasha. Only 7? 7 in the meaning of the understanding of a human being. Because they like numbers. But might be the first paradise has billions of paradises. How much we are stupid when we make tafsir. Like look in the galaxy, there is 80 billion stars. In our galaxy, we have 80 billion stars. In one paradise, we cannot have 80 billion paradises. In one galaxy stars. They found that there is 6,000 galaxies, at least. And in every galaxy, 8 billion and more, 80 billion and more. A paradise cannot have trillions of paradises within it. You open one, it goes to a bigger one. You open another one, it goes another bigger one. Never ends. So never mind. You're happy with the first paradise, go. But you will not get the highest ones, the other levels. So you want the other levels? Then you must have amal. What is your amal? It's not backbiting here anymore. That backbiting for us as normal people. For awliyaullah, no. Backbiting for them is the one who cannot enter under the understanding of the meanings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beautiful names and attributes. The one that has no amal, even if he fast and pray, means the one that is not able to now to enter into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's understanding and manifestation of His beautiful names and attributes. And that's why awliyaullah, when they dive in that ocean, one of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala beautiful names is enough that you will dive in it from dunya to akhirah and never finish it. To take secrets, to pull out secrets. Allah's words are not alive. Kalamullah qadim. Kalamuhu qadim. It's Allah's words not created. Quran is not created. Something, Quran is not created. Means Al-Quran natiqun. Quran is a talking Quran, a live Quran. When you have within you life, or when Sayyidina al-Khidr was looking for the water of youth, Ma'ul Hayat, and he found it. Allah gave him the Ma'ul Hayat, the water of life. So that water, heavenly water of life, in every letter of the Holy Quran must be a fountain of lively meanings and universes that has no beginning and no end of knowledges that been in that encrypted, or we say another word in technology other than encrypted, embedded within that letter of that beautiful name or that letter of the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is not as you read it, as you comment on it, or you try to explain, or you try to, what you call the best word, comments, isn't it? You cannot say translating. Copy. Comments. Because no one can translate the Holy Quran. So, how to translate an ocean in a letter? Might be people who say, oh, how that can be? You enter in a letter, one letter, and then it is open an ocean. I give you a simple example from dunya, from technology today. And most of this known by children more than us. Bring a 5 years age child with DS and put a game. So what happened? He began the game, one gate open, another world. When he achieved all going through that, it opened another game, another door, another big universe there. If that ship, doctor, professor, is able to carry 100 games, they are selling them in the market, pirated. 100 games, a small chip. What you think about the chip that Allah has put for you in your hand, as big as a lentil, that make you to live, to speak, to talk, to work, to understand, that's not the whole brain. It's a small, at the end of the brain, a small seed, like a chip being embedded there, that has everything that lets you to do things in dunya. What you think then about the universe? Now you go on Google, let's keep technology in this thing. You go on Google, you see, if you zoom out, you see everything far. You begin to zoom in, it's bigger, 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 bigger. You cannot understand these constellations even the Abraj. The 12, how many Abraj? 12 constellations. You cannot understand them, you cannot, they are so huge. Too many millions and billions of stars. When you zoom in, what do you think when you zoom in a letter of Holy Quran, which is a living Quran? Alif, Lam, Mim. As soon as he say Alif, Lam, Mim, he says ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This book, no doubt in it, that gives you life, abadi. If you want to dive in. So man la amala lah, the one who did not dive yet, and he died before diving in the meaning of the letters of one letter of Holy Quran. What do you think about awliya Allah? They can dive in whole letters of Holy Quran. What do you think about how many letters in Holy Quran? 500,000, 600,000, 6,000. Now these words. No, these are the words, the letters. Is around 550,000 letters in the Holy Quran. There are awliyaullah, they entered in one letter, meaning of one letter. There are 5 letters, there are 10, there are 20. There are all of them. All of them will take you to Haqiqatul Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You didn't yet reach the Maqam Sultan al-Awliya. No, not yet. Maqam Sultan al-Awliya is al-Lubna من الفضة مقابل لبنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من الذهب كما فسرها محي الدين ابن عربي. That only Sultan al-Awliya is the one that always facing, watching at every movement of Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم in his life, in his barzakh, in akhir. Always like the companion. Who was Sultan al-Awliya? Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا. He was Sultan al-Awliya. So man la amala lahu means the one that has not yet entered in those meanings and unable to extract all these jewels from inside. Sayyidina Shaykh Sharafuddin Darastani, may Allah bless his soul. He died when he was 63. And why he died? Because he dived into the Surah Al-An'am meanings. And he went into the verse where it states that we have created from them their offsprings, Anbiya and Awliya, and their children. He went into that verse diving and pulling out the names of the different Khalifa of Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam, and their 59 deputies. And then he pulled the Rijal al-Ishrafiyun. Then he pulled al-A'imma al-Mudabbirun. Then he pulled al-Rijal al-Malakutiyun. Then he pulled Mashayikh al-Islam in that time, ahead of this time. It was coming so hard on him, he called Mawlana Shaykh Abdullah al-Darstani, Sultan al-Awliya in his time, and he said, Ya Waladi, I am going to pass. It is very heavy on my heart. I died so, zoomed in so much, I'm leaving this to you. And after 3 days he passed away. Where is today people who say to themselves, we are representatives, or we are Khalifa, or we are scholar, or we are teachers, or we are deputies, or we are this or that. Go and put your head in mud and in soil and try to hide yourself, not to be ashamed. Every moment when you are claiming this and you are playing East and West in all kind of dunya style, go and put yourself in the mud and say, Ya Rabbi forgive me, Ya Rabbi forgive me, Ya Rabbi forgive me. قالت نملة يا أيها النمل. One ant talking to all ants. How? Give me what is it? Rational explanation. One ant speaking to all ants, قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم. How they heard her? With what language? Allah mentioned it in the Holy Quran with Arabic. That one ant spoke to all ants. Allah showing His azam, His greatness, making His smallest makhluk. That's why in Arabic, ant is what? Zar. Zarra, we say the atom, coming originally from the word zar, the smallest that Allah created in the Arabic language is the smallest was in the different tribes of Mecca or the Hijaz area is zar is a number to them at that time. So zarra came from it atom. So this small ants, Allah is showing you, I made that zar, the smallest possible, to speak to all of them, millions and millions and millions. One in number. Surah Al-Nahl is a complete surah. Did that ants use the microphone? The speakers? Now we cannot speak without speakers. Allah is showing to you, when my message I want people to hear it, I use anything to hear to make my message to be heard. So don't object on awliyaullah, because you don't know their power. When they want to punish, they can punish. For them it's like one ant spoke to billions of ants. And when they want to reward, they reward. You don't ask for reward. Because if you ask, then they might tell you, okay, no problem. You are the best, you are this, you are the Khalifa, you are representative, you are deputy. But it has to come from them. As Allah said in Holy Quran, Al-Izzatu Lillah wa li Rasulihi wa lil Mu'minin. Dignity is for Allah and His Prophet and believers. It's coming from heaven. So what we need is a title from heaven, not title from us to give to each other. This is rejected. So one ant spoke with billions. What do you think? A wali cannot speak to billions? A wali cannot to speak to Ta'ifatul Jinn even, where Allah made Jinn under the power and control of Sayyidina Sulaiman. All Muslims, all believers, this Islam and knowledge that ma'rifatullah and understanding the meanings and able to dive or zoom in these meanings is not something that is available to everyone. So the one that you know has these meanings, grab to his jubbah. And that's why we are grabbing to our Mawlana Shaykh Nazim's jubbah. May Allah give him long life. If you by mistake grab to someone other jubbah, you might lose the way, and you don't know which way you will be moving in. Keep tight to the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love of Prophet, and love of awliyaullah. May Allah forgive us, may Allah bless us. بحرمة الحبيب بحرمة الفاتح. So we pray Isha now, inshallah. Inshallah. Ahlan bi Shaykh.
جبريل أنت وقف إمام هلا. No, I pray there because then, yeah, then no more. It will be enough here. Can put it there. We can expand little bit.
Yes, yes. No, there is enough space.
No, enough? There is enough space?
Yes, there is enough. Ask about we will eat after prayer.
Yeah, okay.
Tell them to keep it. Little bit further there.
Yeah, it's better. Because the ladies will be in front of the imam. No, we put it there, Shaykh Usama. Then the ladies cannot be in front of the imam, so it's a little bit.
No, I thought it was
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, yeah. It's too late, so we call Iqama directly. يلا علي.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله سيدنا ونبينا محمد رسول الله. اللهم ربنا رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة العالية وابعثه اللهم يا رب وقوم محمود الذي وعدت إنك لا تخلف الميعاد وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة. استووا. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. محمد رسول الله.
استغفر العظيم الذي لا اله الا هو الحي القيوم واتوب اليه. اللهم انت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والجمال والبقاء والعظمه والاكرام. لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. سمعنا واطعنا غفرانك ربنا واليك المصير. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم سبحانك يا عظيم سبحان الله نعمة الإسلام وشر الإيمان دائما الحمد لله تعالى شأنه ولا إله غير الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ربنا تقبل منا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا واهدنا إلى الحق ولا طريق المستقيم وانصرنا على قوم المفسدين اللهم أصلح شأننا وشأن المسلمين اللهم اشفنا واشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين اللهم عافنا وعاف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين اللهم امد بأمر إدراك عصر صاحب الزمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين الفاتح. الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Boss. So what's the program now?
No, we'll go down to dinner.
Okay. Every men here or down?
Yes, no. Men here, ladies down. You will come with us.
Okay. Okay, make an announcement. Yeah, take this.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
Just to check that everybody
Abdurrahman.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. The program that was advertised tomorrow for lunchtime at Abdullah's and Tender Bike has been cancelled. Okay, there's no program tomorrow lunchtime. Okay, just so that everybody knows. Right, thank you very much.